What is up, my friends? Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to talk about 5 scale types that you need to know in order to make sure your piano playing is covered in terms of like the foundational bases. A few of these are more important than others, and I'll tell you what they are. But I just want to give you these options so that if you're writing another piece of music, you're able to actually play these scales and not be hampered by the lack of ability. Before we really get into that, though, I have a big announcement to share, and that is that my Chris's Composing community is currently open for enrollment until this Friday at midnight. And essentially, if you're a composer or musician who's looking to take your musical skills to the next level in terms of your compositions or your songs, and you're looking for a community that's vibrant and encouraging for one another and supportive, where you can ask questions and get feedback, and also have monthly coaching calls and monthly master classes on new musical topics, this is the community for you. A lot of my students have been enjoying this. It's been a lot of fun to host and see everyone grow and just work together to really improve their skills. And I just wanted to give you that the offer in case you are interested in finding that group. But it is closing this Friday at midnight, just so you know. Yeah, hopefully it's a good fit for you if you want to join us there. And if you're interested in playing more of the foundational stuff for piano and knowing what you need to get started, then I want to give you a free guide called Playing Piano with Confidence. And basically it goes through 5 fundamental concepts that you need to know in order to play the piano with smoothness and ease and fluidity. And it's a free guide. If you want to check it out, just click the first link in the box below and it will take you straight there as my thank you for watching this video. So let's talk about these 5 scale types. Number 1 is the major scale. I think we all know the major scale, or at least we've all heard of it. It's really important because it really is the foundation of so much of Western civilization's music. So let me play you what that sounds like, and then we'll move on to the next one. Here we go. Let's do it 2 octaves as well. Okay, and as you can hear, the major scale is very bright, it's very open and very happy, right? And that is really a fundamental scale to know because, again, most of our music that we know today is made up of the major scale. So knowing the major scale in all 24 keys is obviously something that you want to be able to do eventually. The next one is the harmonic minor scale. So just to recap, the natural minor scale is when you take the 6th note of the major scale. So in the case of C major, that's A, right? Or you can go down 3 semitones from C, 1, 2, 3, and get to that 6th note of the scale. So the A natural minor scale is basically the C major scale, but starting on A and ending on A, which sounds like this. Right? And then the harmonic minor scale is when we take the 7th note of that scale, in this case G, and raise it up a semitone to G sharp. So it sounds like this. It almost has a little bit of a Middle Eastern type of flavor to it. Very nice. But it is very common in Western music as well, so it's really good to be able to play those in the different keys as well. Then the third type is the melodic minor scale, where in addition to raising the 7th note of the minor scale, you're also raising the 6th note. So if it's an A minor scale, then the F and the G are the 6th and the 7th notes respectively. So if you raise them up a semitone, they become F sharp and G sharp. Okay, so it sounds like this. Notice on the way down, I actually lowered those 6th and 7th notes down a semitone to G and F. So that's the hallmark of the melodic minor scale. When you go up, you're raising the 6th and 7th up a semitone, and when you're lowering them, they're going down a semitone. They're going back to the natural minor scale. So it sounds like this. Okay, that's scale type number 3. Number 4 is the chromatic scale, and this is basically when you play from one note up to its octave and back down, but you're playing every single note in between. So you're playing every single semitone along the way, which sounds like this. And the pattern is really cool. Like the middle finger, finger three is going on all the black notes, and finger one and two are basically playing subsequently when you have two white notes in a row, but usually the thumb is playing all the white notes. So I'll play it one more time. Notice where the thumb goes, and when I have two white notes in a row, I'm basically playing the one and the two together or in a row. Right? And this is great as we can start really on any note. Even if it's a black note, we start on three. And then as long as we get to the two white notes, we want to use one and two consecutively like this. And you notice how the three stays on all the black notes. And then with the two white notes, we have one and two. Okay? And that's the fourth type of scale. The final one is called the whole tone scale. So naturally, compared to the chromatic scale where we go all in semitones, now we're going to do in whole tones. So here's one form of the whole tone scale. And the other form is starting up a semitone. So then that way you'll cover all the notes. Now, I wouldn't say this scale is as essential as maybe the first couple, but again, this is also a good one to know if you want to cover all your bases for most music from the classical to kind of the post-romantic period. Now, in jazz music, you're going to have way more scales to take into account, like modal scales and octatonic scales and melodic minor scales, harmonic major scales, like things like that. But for most classical musicians or composers, you're not really going to need to know those too much. So the ones I would recommend the most are major and harmonic minor because those are pretty prevalent in today's musical landscape. So all in all, if you had to narrow it down and really practice a few fundamental scale types, I would recommend you work on the major, harmonic, and melodic minors if you have the time. But there we go. I hope that gives you a sense of which scales you can kind of work on. Some of the really basic ones that we should know as composers and songwriters to really take our compositions to the next level and be able to play with fluency. And if you have any questions about them, let me know in a comment below. I'm more than happy to help. And if you're interested in kind of diving in deeper into the fundamentals, I want to give you again that free guide called Playing with Confidence, which really goes over those 5 things that I want to talk about that every fundamental pianist needs to really know in order to make sure their playing is covered in all the bases. So it's totally free. If you want to check it out in the box below, just click the link there. And just a quick reminder that my Chris's Composing Community membership is closing tonight at midnight EST. Again, if you're looking for a group of musicians and composers who are always supporting one another, encouraging one another, sharing music, getting feedback, asking questions, and having access to new masterclasses and coaching calls every single month, then this is the place for you. I will not be opening this again for at least half a year. So definitely join now if this is something you're interested in and you want a group to keep you accountable every step of the way. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you in another video very, very soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.